Concerns about the coronavirus have hammered stock markets around the world. The SARS outbreak in 2003 cost the global economy an estimated $40 billion. Now, some predict coronavirus will do even more damage. Carter Evans shows us what may be the first major sign in the U.S. of the spreading economic contagion.
The Port of Los Angeles is the largest in the United States. 40% of all shipped imports enter the country here or next door in Long Beach. But now it's unusually quiet.
Normally, Carter, you would see about 10 to 12 very large container ships working here at the port every day.
None of that is happening right now.
That's right. And the reason is that 40 vessel sailings have been canceled thus far. We're a leading indicator for the economy.
Gene Soroka is executive director of the port. He says quarantines in China have factories shutting down. Fewer products means less cargo to ship. So this is going to impact everyone.
Yes, it will. It's a conversation of national significance.
That drop in traffic is slowing job earnings at the port, which is responsible for more than 10% of employment throughout Southern California. But its impact could be felt around the country.
This coronavirus is more of an economic disaster than a health disaster.
Isaac Larian heads up MGA Entertainment, the company behind popular toys like Bratz and LOL Surprise Dolls.
So you've got the number 10 selling toy in the entire world.
I have number 1 and number 10 and number 2 and number 4.
And they're all sold out?
All sold out.
By some estimates, China produces 85% of the world's toys, the 8th biggest import that usually comes through this port. But with their factories only operating at 40% capacity, products might start disappearing from U.S. store shelves.
If this thing doesn't come under control within the next 2 to 3 weeks, it is going to affect. So whether it's toys, whether it's consumer electronics, whether it's apparel, all of these things are going to get affected.
Representatives from the automotive industry and television manufacturers tell CBS News they're closely monitoring supply chains, while a footwear trade group says the footwear industry is seeing an impact on supply and sales from the coronavirus.
How is this going to impact your bottom line?
Maybe hundreds of millions.
Multiply that by all the businesses around the U.S. that rely on this port, and the numbers become staggering.
This will be billions of dollars worth of impact.
So people can expect to pay higher prices because of the inactivity here right now.
Because the supply is not coming in as fast as you and I would like to buy our goods.
For CBS This Morning, Carter Evans, Los Angeles.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here with what the economic impact of the coronavirus could mean for you. Good morning, Jill. We've seen stock market really unsettled, extremely unsettled. How significant is the risk of a recession right now?
Well, right now, economists are not calling for a recession. And the OECD said global growth could actually be cut in half because of the coronavirus, from 2.9% to 1.5%. Here in the U.S., I speak to a lot of economists. They say, we think growth in the United States could go from, say, around 2% to 1.5%, as is. However, they are increasing their odds of a recession in 2020 to 50-50. And that's a big jump from where we were just 6 weeks ago.
All right, so that's a big change. Companies are going to be adjusted. What do regular people do to prepare?
Well, I think if you look at what you really should do right now, it's about those old habits that we want you to have. We want you to try to take any extra money and put it in a safe place, an emergency reserve fund. We've always talked about 6 to 12 months of your living expenses in a safe place. If you are still employed, and we still have a vibrant job market right now. We're going to get a jobs report out and we're going to have good numbers there. The thing is, if you still have a job and you've got cash flow, don't go spend it on stuff necessarily, but pay down some debt. Maybe you got some credit card debt. Take care of yourself. Build yourself a little fortress.
Jill, always a voice of reason.
Try.
Thank you, Jill Schlesinger.